Hey guys, it's Angela. Sorry it's been a little while. As the rest of you new moms know, it's very difficult to find time to do anything for yourself or anything, let alone do a video. And I have a lot to talk about since it has been so long. Camden is definitely very fussy right now, so I probably chose a very bad time to do this video, but yeah, he's fussy, he's gassy. Although he's smiling right now through his pacifier. Uh, he's got the hiccups right now, and he hates when he gets the hiccups. It makes him very cranky. Oh, I think he's gonna doze off. Anyway, because I do have so much to talk about, I'm gonna try to do this quickly. Hopefully I can get it done quickly. More than likely it's gonna be 2 parts, but first of all, today is Tuesday. Tomorrow, Wednesday, Camden will be 7 weeks. I can't believe he's going to be 7 weeks old. I'm like, I was just pregnant. It's just nuts that he is already 7 weeks old. And he's huge. He's absolutely huge. I cannot believe how big he is. How much stuff that he either never even got a chance to wear that I've already had to pack away, or maybe he wore once. The newborn stuff, he basically more or less really couldn't even fit into that stuff. There was a couple things he fit into. The 0 to 3 month stuff, half of it I've already packed away. He can't fit into it. The other half is getting tight, like this onesie that this is one of the tie-dye onesies that I had made. This is the last time he's going to be wearing it, because otherwise it's just too tight. So this is going to get packed away probably tomorrow. So this is the last time he's wearing it. I did take him to the doctor last a week ago, so it would have been last Wednesday. Yeah, last Wednesday, because we were having some issues with him. He is constipated. I'll get more into that in a little bit, talking about that. And we were having some issues with him choking and stuff like that, and I'll kind of get more into that also a little bit later. So I did go into the doctor, and they went ahead and weighed him and all that good stuff, and he is in the 95th percentile, at the top of the scale, at the top of the chart, 95th percentile. Last week he was 6 weeks old. It was the day he turned 6 weeks old, and he was 13 pounds, basically 13 pounds. So now, a week later, I'm sure he's pushing 14 pounds, 13 and a half or so, at now, tomorrow, 7 weeks old. He's huge. He's absolutely huge. He's a great eater. I'm still breastfeeding. I'll kind of get a little bit more into the breastfeeding issues that I'm having also a little bit later too. But one thing I wanted to mention really quickly, for those of you who did watch my labor and delivery video, parts 1 and 2, I've had so many people ask me about parts 3 and 4. If you read that little note that I put on part 2, the computer that had all my videos on it broke right when I was putting part 2 up. And I was afraid that I'd lost all my other videos along with parts 3 and 4. We've had a guy working on that computer, because the computer is trashed, but he luckily, thank God, was able, he says, to get those videos off. So he's taking that stuff over to Tony, and then Tony's going to bring it to me tonight so I can kind of review it and make sure we got all the videos. So I should be able to get parts 3 and 4 up soon, I hope. So for those of you who've been asking about that, I'm really sorry, and I've been wanting to get that up, and hopefully now I will be able to. I'm crossing my fingers and toes. So look for that. And if I don't get it up, then I'll mention something about that in following, another video that I wasn't able to do it, but hopefully. As far as sleeping with him, not getting any better yet, unfortunately. He's up about every 2 to 3 hours. And I knew that it was going to happen. He was going to be getting up more often because of the breastfeeding. Breastfed babies do Well, obviously the breast milk kind of goes through them a little bit faster. Doesn't really stick with them as long as the formula does. So they do tend to eat more frequently, and that's the norm anyway. I know there's breastfed babies that do very well right away and can sleep through the night, but the norm is that breastfed babies are typically up a little more because of the way the breast milk goes through them so fast. So yeah, he's up. I'm tired. Oh, one thing I wanted to mention, you know, as far as me breastfeeding, I have started to go back to work like 2 days a week. I think I had mentioned to some of you guys there was a business that I was looking into, possibly kind of getting into, partnering up, buying kind of a thing. And I have started working there to kind of work my way into it to see if it's something that both of us want to do. I've started working there like 2 days a week, and this started last week, and so Grandma is now watching Camden 2 days a week. And because of that, you know, I was having to pump a lot, and I was noticing, because he was going through growth spurts and all that, that I just wasn't able to really keep up with him, you know, trying to get things pumped. And so because he was going to be watched by Grandma, I had to make sure that she was able to feed him. So I did a few weeks ago start introducing formula, like 1 bottle a day, just to kind of introduce it to his system, knowing that he would need some formula to kind of supplement the breast milk that I wasn't able to give him when he was being watched by Grandma. And that actually helped. What we ended up doing was like formula, like, you know, at night or something like that, like a bottle at night. And then the rest was all breast milk, you know, during the day and the rest of the night. We started out with Similac Advanced with Early Shield or something, I think it's called. We actually got it from the hospital. And I noticed right away within the first few days, he was crabby. Oh, super, super, super crabby. Did not hit him well at all. And I know that they say when you go, you know, on a formula or switch whatever, their systems have to get used to it, and you have to give them a chance and give them like a week or two or whatever. After a few days, I wasn't going to give it any more time. I wasn't going to do it because he was miserable. So I went ahead and I took it upon myself to kind of look things up on the internet, and I switched. I went to the Similac, I think it's called Isomil or something like that. It's the soy. It's for gas, spit up, and fussiness. And he has been wonderful on that. That's been awesome. Totally awesome. Basically with like the first bottle I gave him of that, he was a whole different baby. It was totally awesome. The only problem is when introducing, you know, something new to their system, he's constipated. It really, really did constipate him quite badly. And that was a big reason why I went into the doctor on this last Wednesday last week, because I was worried about the fact that he hadn't pooped for several days, and he normally pooped basically with every single diaper change. I mean, there would be maybe 1 diaper a day that he didn't have poop in. All the others he always would. Well, she told me that breastfed babies right around this stage do normally go through a change with their bowel habits anyway. So if those of you who are breastfeeding, if you started to notice that your baby who pooped a lot is all of a sudden not pooping as much, and you're still only feeding them breast milk, don't worry about it. That's kind of a normal thing, that they will go from pooping all the time every day to, it's not uncommon to them to go several days before they poop and then several more days. That's a pretty common thing.